Across New England, the signs of fall are everywhere. Kids have returned to school, leaves are changing color, and the Spoked Bee is once again at center ice. All of that also means something else. After an off-season that was far too long, the boys are officially back in town. The disappointment of last year led to real change these past few months, which means that while there are some familiar faces in camp, there are also a lot of new ones and a new approach.
I want to focus from this day forward, okay, as to what happens inside our group, not outside. And we need to get back to trusting that guy beside us, to asking that guy beside us to say, hey, you got to pull on that rope just a little bit harder.
The one thing that we want to really improve on it will be the pace of our game. And don't get confused pace with speed here, okay? There's also reckless speed that can be dangerous. We want a better pace. So I think everybody here is a good enough skater to be able to keep up with that pace. The other thing that we're going to want to do here is get a better attack, meaning that we're going to try and get a four-man attack when it's warranted. The other part will be finding guys that are willing to play, not just for the guy next to him, but the rest of the guys in the dressing room. That's going to be important, that we know amongst ourselves that we can play a game and that the 19 other players that are dressed for that game will have your backs. So those are things that we're going to end up seeing not only in practice but also in the preseason games, and see the guys that are willing to put themselves on the line for the rest of the hockey club.
After the opening remarks, it's time to switch gears. Time for the annual rite of passage that is the Bruins fitness testing. Your host, strength and conditioning coach, John Whitesides.
All the way down on the pull-ups, chin over the bar, bench all the way down to your chest, all the way extended. Let's have fun, boys. 6'1", 3/4. 5'8", 3/4.
Yeah.
6 feet, 4 inches and a half.
Oh, it's strong.
Up, 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 up. Pull. Nice tube. Off tubes. Nice. 89. 92. One rep, one rep, one rep, one rep. Up, all the way 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 up. Nice. Nice job, kid, huh? Nice job. Nice job. I know. There's no way I'm touching that bar.
Pretty obvious no one took the summer off, and while the testing is serious business, the group also manages to have a little fun.
6'2" and...
We're not there yet, bud. We're doing weight first. I know you want to run the show here. You might have shrunk.
No!
I think you did,
I
bud.
don't think so.
5'7". 5'8" and a half, kid. Keep doing that T-spine work.
I did shrink.
Exactly the same as you were
5'9".
last year. We have it right there.
5'9".
You are 5'8" and a half. You want to bet? What do you want to bet?
Of course, the highlight of the testing is finding out who can do the most pull-ups. Zdeno Chara is your reigning champion.
17. Come on, good job.
Okay, a ridiculous 37 pull-ups for the big man, and you'd think that would be enough to hold on to the title. But there are some legit contenders this year.
Come on, Josh, get up there.
And the new Boston Bruins pull-up champion, Zach Trotton, with an absurd 41. Honorable mention to Torrey Krug with 40.
Either bus. They're all going to the same spot. Either bus.
But it ain't over yet. It's off to Harvard University for the much-dreaded testing finale, the timed shuttle run.
46, 47, 48, 49. Timer's ready. 12, 13, 14.
It's a grueling test of the Bruins' fitness and commitment, but the results are undeniable. After the long off-season, the Boston Bruins are fit and ready to go.
5, 6.
Hey boys, great job. I think that I'm pretty sure this is the most fit team that I've been here so far. So great job, boys. What a round, what a testing. Let's bring it on the ice. Let's help each other, motivate each other, have a good season, and let's go get them, boys. Eh?
It's the first official practice of Bruins training camp, which means all the players, new and old, on the ice. GM and hockey ops staff high above the ice.
You guys pumped to see some hockey, finally? Huh?
Of course, the first practices are all about evaluation and trying to answer questions. Who will stay? Who will go? And what will the lines look like?
I mean, we're counting on him to be a good player, you know, in terms of being in the third hole and probably second power play unit. I think that he and Hayes are going to have to take some draws. I just think that the way he shoots the puck, you know, both those two guys are going to go to the net and shoot pucks. And Connolly or Hayes, if they're playing well, can go up and play with Bergie. Like, if Connolly plays as well as what he's capable, he can end up there if he's scoring. Well, I think we look at those three lines, because that Louis can, you know, the versatility in Louis and playing left wing, right wing, up and down in your lineup. Obviously, from a production standpoint, he had 22 last year. He's got to see power play and he's got to see top minutes.
There are a lot of questions to be answered about the 2015-2016 Bruins, but they won't be answered at a day one practice. We're going to need some games to help make those decisions. The good news is that exhibition contests start just 3 days into camp. Just down Route 95, where the B Bruins pay a visit to the home of the P Bruins to take on the New Jersey Devils. For first-round pick Jake DeBrusk and new D-man Colin Miller, it's their first opportunity to show what they got.
Nice play, idiot.
No score early on, but it doesn't take long for some black and gold attitude to start flowing.
You're good. Chill the go, bro. Hey, you're the toughest guy out here, eh? Holy cow. Jesus Christ.
After a scoreless first, head coach Claude Julien has some important things to say to the squad.
I haven't seen a really good job here at being up front. That goaltender's had some shots, but he's seen everything. Ask our goaltender how many shots he's seen. They're getting on the inside right now, and we're not. We're on the outside. We're letting them push us to the outside, guys. They push you. I don't care if you're 6'5" and you're 5'10". You spin off that guy, you get back to the front net. If you really want to get there, you will. Okay. If you want to take the easy way out and say, well, he's got me, well then you don't belong on this team here, because we want guys that want to work through things, through picks, through traffic, through everything, to get on the inside and create some scoring chances here. So I need us to get a little bit better in that front area. Okay. Let's keep going on the right track here. Let's get that first goal.
Come over! Jeez! That's better than the first one.
The team responds to Coach Julian's words with 2 goals by Matt Irwin and a combined shutout from Jonas Gustafsson and Jeremy Smith. A good start, but still a long way to go. As training camp rolls on, there are still question marks on the Bruins roster. Centerman Austin Czarnik, fresh out of the University of Miami, Ohio, has left a strong impression on B's management in practices.
First pro camp's been going really well. It's always nice to learn from the NHL guys when you get a chance like that. So we're excited for this opportunity. You know, obviously playing your first exhibition game is a big thing, so you just want to try to do your best and not make too many mistakes.
The kid will get his chance in game action against the Washington Capitals.
Hey. Let's have a good first shift here. Hey, I'm gonna go on my backhand. I'm gonna go on my backhand. He said, win it back my backhand, yeah. Just get some shots on net, eh? Yeah. Test them. Amen.
Czarnik and his line mates apply pressure, but no score into the third period. And at this point, even the refs are getting frustrated.
We gotta do something. We're just gonna talk to each other. I know. We're not coming in anymore.
Pastrnak runs it in front, score!
Eventually, David Pastrnak puts the Bees up, but not for long. (1-1) at the end of regulation. Time for some of the new 3-on-3 overtime, and some more David Pastrnak.
Off the back, Krejci right side, Pastrnak scores! It took all of 12 seconds.
Yeah, boys, eh?
As the training camp days go by, Bruins management begins the hard process of cutting the roster. For first-round pick Jake DeBrusk, that means a return to his junior team in Canada.
Well, what are your expectations for yourself now?
We'll just be a leader, probably is the biggest one. I think that we have a young group there in Swift Current, and just they'll have to take a leadership role, and they've never really been in it. So that's something I'm going to be focusing on. And another thing is just, like you said, the strength. I just just go each and every day, try to get better, and just really focus on the defensive part of my game as well. I'm going to try to become an all-around player. I'm really looking forward to it and really excited for the challenge. And I know I'm going to be playing lots, and just trying to get better in every aspect of the game.
Only 23 players can make the team, and preseason Game 3 offers another chance for management to evaluate the players who are on the bubble. One guy whose spot is pretty safe is Patrice Bergeron, who is getting in his first preseason action tonight.
Go on, bud! Big start here!
Go, Will! Heads up! That's now side, man. Oh my God. I know.
I don't think it was.
I gotta save those for the year, right? I apologize for yelling at you.
Oh, that's okay. I'm more worried about these stiff skates than I am you yelling at. We don't need them.
Patrice generates some chances with line mates Brad Marchand and Louis Eriksson, but the Bees are down 2-1 after one.
Just make sure you guys gap up on your guys too. I'll try to close it there so that his next pass he can't make anything.
It wasn't a bad period. I thought, again, we had a lot of chances. We had a lot of zone time. A couple of bad breaks there, but they just flew in today, right? So they're going to get better as the game goes on here, loosening up. So let's be ready to push even harder than we did in the first here. Got to make some better line changes to put the guy coming on in the better position to defend here or get into the rush. All right? Keep it going here.
Patrice and the boys generate some opportunities, but find themselves down 2 in the third period. Time to ramp up the intensity. In the offseason, the Bruins acquired Zach Rinaldi, with hopes of him being a guy who is tough to play against. Tonight, he is being just that.
You got an instigator?
Nothing wrong with that, Chuck. I'm sorry. There was nothing wrong with that.
So what you got here? Hey, close! Power play. 5-on-4. Power play.
The Bruins claw back into this one late and head into OT. Now the question is, can they finish this?
One of those young players Put out by Claude Julien, moves in and scores!
After being down by 2 to the Rangers, the Bruins have come back to tie and take this one to a shootout.
To score to keep it alive for the Rangers. And a save by Smith, and the Bruins win.
Good boy. Sick, I got excited. I wanted to go on the ice right away. I didn't want to give him a chance. I knew he was going to miss. Great job, boys. Great job, brother. That's the way to battle him. Thank you. Big win, man.
Only preseason, but a good win. And immediately afterwards, the Bruins coaches and management convene for some post-game analysis.
I think if you look at a couple other guys that I was watching tonight, like Ronaldo, he had a pretty good game tonight. He's got some things that we need to work on, like we talked about on the bench there as far as positioning and where to be sometimes. But to do what he did there in the third period, when we're down by a goal at that point. Hopefully during the regular season, our power play cashes in on that. And just like his energy, he goes out there, he's crashing and banging. We can work with the other stuff, I think, as far as keeping him in control a little bit, but you also have to like the way he unnerves the opposition. He had that bench going there in the third in the preseason game. So
I thought he handled himself well. Just like I said, as long as he doesn't cross the line, he's yapping back, and referees or linesmen didn't seem to think he was out of control there, but he gave us an opportunity to get on the power play. We were able to come back and do ourselves a hockey game, so I thought that was I didn't mind his play tonight.
As the regular season draws closer, the Bruins roster cuts become more and more difficult. Rookie Austin Czarnik is a perfect example of that.
There's no question you've been, the pleasant surprise of all of training camp for every one of us. We're going to cut down today, and you being part of that. But the first and foremost, don't be taking this as the wrong way, because you're pushing the envelope here. You've put yourself in a position, a real good spot.
Okay.
Really good.
I think you realize now too. Do you think you can play in the NHL?
No.
Yeah. I really believe you can. Obviously, it's going to be a learning experience, and I think the best thing for you developmentally is to go down there, work with Butch for a while, and I think from what Sweden said, you really impressed everyone.
I know it's disappointing. It is for us even making hard decisions. Any other thoughts or concerns for you?
It's all good with me. I figured this, so
what?
I just got you ready for pro hockey.
Yeah, well, you are ready for pro hockey. You're a lot further ahead than a lot of guys, and so you should feel good about it.
Boy, this looks nice.
I don't know where he's at.
He'd probably be down in the seats here, usually.
Now that the calendar has turned to October, it's Bruins Media Day. And Bruins owner Jeremy Jacobs is in town to meet with the team and get an in-person update on the upcoming season.
I liked 41.
Couldn't find it. How's he been?
Their line had a good game yesterday. He played with Talbot and Randall. I like Colin Miller. I like a lot of his first passes yesterday were good. Where in a couple other games he was looking and would make it. He wasn't taping tape.
A lot of size out there.
Yeah. But Bolesky, he'll play physical.
Yeah.
Conley will. He got 19 last year. He's going to be really good, with all the garbage in front of the net.
Yeah.
He's a big body. He's going to be
that's his way.
Part of the move.
The preseason wraps up with one last road trip. This time to Washington, D.C. for the Bruins' final exhibition game against the Caps.
And he'll keep it in. Just over 4 minutes into the game, right out in front. Eriksson on the doorstep, and he scores! Louis Eriksson set up at the top of the crease to give the Bruins the 1-0 lead.
It ends as a fight-filled 2-1 shootout loss. But the two takeaways from this one are this. The Boston Bruins definitely have each other's backs, and they are ready to play some meaningful hockey. It's been 20 long days since the training camp began. 60 players sat in that opening meeting, and now over half the group has been sent to the minors. The Bruins, who spent the offseason retooling their roster, now have settled on the group who will try to reestablish their identity. Their journey is about to get fun.